It's the Cable League. MTGO Show.
Good old Garth. Should we make some Shivan Dragons? I think Garrick's probably the best card here. I was talking about how I wanted to draft green-white. Let's draft green-white. Let's do it. I'm not as talented as who now? I don't know. I expect most of the people in that world's top 8, huh? A lot of tight players there. Thanks, Mobius strip teasing. Good to be accepted. Good to be accepted for your strengths. Oh yeah, Mikey. Haven't gotten any yet here. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Cube is better. Thanks for the 13 months there. I wouldn't be the first streamer to win it, to win Worlds. Who's the first streamer to win Worlds? Hasn't Seif ever won it? Did Jim Davis win Worlds, or did he just top 8? Today's winner? I didn't even see who won. I watched a little bit of the top 8 coverage, but then I felt the urge to draft. John Emanuel. Sick. A worthy champion. Let's Atarka. This card's sick. Maybe I should be taking the Murderous Red Cap and trying to wheel the Atarka. Red Cap's pretty good in this cube. Hey, the Barn Animal thinks the Sob thinks the 6 months. I think I've watched him more in coverage than I've watched his stream. Might be issues of time zones or something. Well, here's a reason to go back into green-white. Maybe it'll just be Naya. Maybe Naya will work out. Regardless, we're taking that overrun. Overrun still messes people up in this cube. Yeah, it was a pretty good Intrigued Guest. Would Seth Banfield be considered a streamer? Yeah, I think so. I've rated him a solid number of times. He streams mostly in French. Oh, that might be it. Right, Tribes? It's a pretty sick album. Aww. Yeah, I don't know about that Legion's Landing. Could have taken Glorious Anthem. Or Eternal Dragon. I like Eternal Dragon a lot more when it's a fixer. Poorly, Warren. Very poorly. First match, it felt like we couldn't lose. And then we lost a lot. Oh, Martial Coup. Let's grab that card. Sometimes that's just the way the ginger root crumbles. Sometimes you're a big mana deck and you get the best big mana card. Am I a big mana deck? I don't feel like it. But the Martial Coup can just, like, make some tokens for overrun, too. Doesn't have to be for 5 or more. Like, we might not be playing this Atarka. It'll just be, like, more typical aggro mid-range thing. 87 thanks to 59 months. Someone says, wild to think about nearly 5 years. Hope this cube is sweet and treating you well. It's a pretty good one, 7. It's a pretty decent one. It's nice gameplay. Not as flashy as the powered cubes. A lot of, like, funneled nostalgic cards. I've had mixed feelings on the changes for this version, but I think overall it's been better. Green-white, in particular, got some exciting new tools. Is that staff any good? It is not, no. I like those easy questions. Nope, it's garbage. Next. Actual trap. Do opponents rage quit more against counter control and Moto Limited? I feel like they 100% do on Arena. Well, that sounds like you have a pretty high win rate with it on Arena then. Nah, the more that's on the line, the less people scoop to and stuff. Hey, Normus Best Osmond, thanks for the sub, thanks for 57 months there. Yeah, how the time flies, huh? Hollow Blade can be really troubling for some people to deal with. Maybe it's better than Ooze, Sometimes Ooze can take over, though. Angel or Clarion Spirit, which is more likely to win us games? Kind of depends on how our curve's gonna end up, huh? Hard to predict. I'll take this stupid Angel. Ran away. Just in case we end up splashing red, I'm gonna take Fire Ice. Fire is like totally reasonable. I was going off about how good Arc Trail is. Instant Speed Forked Bolt, still good too. Green Dread Up fast? Yeah, but if white's deep enough, it doesn't matter. Our green cards are really good. We also saw some green cards and just passed them anyway, right? With the Ooze and stuff. With that fight card. Almost through Tivadar, I've thrown it in the sideboard. Baneslayer's good against Gobos too, though, huh? I had the Anthem Wield. I know, this is really the story of my life. You want a Milliken here? I feel like no. Hey, Zenmu, thanks for the resell, thanks for 13 months. Zen says, howdy, Caleb, thanks for the streams. Hope you enjoyed some great shows. Yeah, last week I went to some shows. Had a good time. Last couple days I was just playing D&D and Cube and stuff. Burning myself out socially. Hey, this Blade Splicer, though. Hope that Sunpetal Grove wheels. It probably won't. I think somebody else is in green-white. It's a really nice Splicer, though. We have not finished up the D&D campaign. Oh, you mean a D&D campaign? I finished up a few. Not the other day, though. We are nearing the end. Hey. This is a solid 2, huh? There's a flash deck in the cube that has a rough time against this card. How long are our sessions? It depends on what day of the week we do. Sometimes we do Friday night. It's like my slowest day for streaming. And when we do Friday night, we usually only do like a 3-hour session. Because other folks are still working their day jobs. And then when we do the weekend, we usually do more like 4 or 5 hours. The longest D&D session I've been a part of was a 11-hour marathon that we did to finish up a campaign. Because we were racing the clock. Love this Temple Garden. That's so short. How do you account for the 4 hours people spend being late and getting food? Yeah, right, Bionol? It feels like that's a big part of it. Everyone like socializes, says hello. Shares food. Incinerator's not a bad sideboard card. It counts all goblins in play. Maybe that stag would be good here. Another blink for the Blade Splice. The double red on Twister is kind of a lot. Formland's great. I'm going to take Inspector here. Yeah, Terror of the Peak's good, Mikey. I've played in a couple Goblin decks. I've played Rankle in a few. I've played the Discard Ninja in a few. I think a lot of those cards are just like good in the cube in general. They're basically splashing Overrun. Banishing Light's tempting. Were we a tokens deck the whole time? Nah. Bushwhack was a little tempting. Nice. That it really is almost a little tempting. Feels bad to pass it twice. I feel pretty fine about it. We're not even that tied into red, right? It's a double red card. So what is this deck missing? Maybe another 4-drop. Maybe another 1-drop. Another 2 if we got Fire Ice for sure. Not that Fire Ice is really a 2-drop here. More removal would be okay, but not necessary. If we can curve. Be a nice Wake deck, huh? Mirari's Wake. That'd be solid here. That new bunny card that's in the cube, the card would play well here. Cruel Ultimatum. Why are you daggering me, Mikey? Why are you doing that? Why? Suppose. Slime's messed me up in this cube before. This is better than the captain. Well, there's some good that's going around late, huh? The top 3 online cubes. The vintage cube for paying my mortgage. The I like Caleb Gannon's cube a lot. And then the Pro Tour cube, I think, rounds out my top 3 cubes that have been on Moto and Arena. And then I think I have the Living the Dream cube after that. The Legendary cube. See, I actually prefer... I liked the first iteration of the Legendary cube, whereas only Legends. And nobody had any idea what they were doing. I really enjoyed that. Just like a very different draft experience than most decks. Playing Hikori and using your stupid rare lands to like machine gun down the opponent's board. Or drafting red-black and going like turn 1 Zergo, turn 2 like Timuret. And your opponent's like staring at their hand where their first play is like turn 4, just like, just fucking, just dead to your shit. Oh, hey, how about that last pick, huh? I had a really fun turn in one of the Legend cubes. I can't remember which version it was. But I had Pyromancer's Goggles. And the blue land that untaps a Legend that people have been pairing with the One Ring. Obviously untaps Legends that are non-creature. So I untapped Pyromancer's Goggles and then had the mana to triple a Cruel Ultimatum. And that was that was good. It was less satisfying than I thought it would be because I spent like 5 minutes like trying to figure out how to make mana with my signets to actually cast the shit. I kept on wanting to use my Pyromancer's Goggles mana into the signets, and I'm like, no, Bo, no! Top 3 primary colors. Oh, there's only 3. Red, white, and blue for the American primary. Everyone excited for election season to come up again? Huh? That's not gonna be the worst thing ever. That's not gonna be the most painful shit. Yeah, Lightning Helix would be worth splashing for. I'm looking at Lotus Cobra and Elven Chorus. Let's take Cobra. At least somebody is in PW. Start burrowing now, yeah. Get the bomb shelter finished up. Deck's looking pretty solid. Oh, Zemiri Angel's pretty strong. Kind of perfect. Yeah, ideally, ads don't come up during the draft portion. Ideally, I time them for, like, sideboarding and that sort of stuff. Or I'm in the queue, so they feel less obtrusive. Hey, Swords to Plowshares. Windswept Heath, a very distant second out of this pack. And then Mirror Entity, probably. But it's always the same amount of ads. It's always 3 minutes an hour to turn off pre-rolls. And they'll be scheduled a minute and a half chunk every half an hour. Yep. They certainly saw come. I had to turn on, or I had to buy into Twitch Turbo because I wanted to be able to like check out other streams without being hit by pre-rolls. Because if you're checking out a new stream and you get a pre-roll ad, it's like you can't even see what it's about, and you at least already want to turn it off. And then if it's like enough of a turn off, and you only watch like 1 or 2 streamers, then obviously a sub takes you out of that for $5 a month. A lot cheaper than a Turbo subscription. Or you can figure out an ad block situation that works for you. Streamers appreciate it when you watch their ads, but they're not going to be like offended if you use ad block. Or you can just like watch the ads without complaining. There's a lot of options, really. A lot of options that are better than whining. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Bolas did nothing wrong. Thinks that's 63 months. Yeah, them dollary dues. Well, that's true, buddy. You can always complain. It's our right. It's our right as Magic players. Which is all I'm engaging in, right? Complaining about complaining. I felt left out. Well, it's my stream, so I can't whine about the ads. Gotta get meta with it. Exactly. That's what separates us from the other animals. Pretty happy with this Bunnycorn pickup. The card fucking rocks. Does Awaken work with it? Non-land permanents, okay. So Awaken would not actually grow Bunnycorn. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Truskies, thanks to 81 months. Can you whine about how you can't see the ads? Well, you know how to buy. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes I run those like Twitch ads, the Twitch bounty things. I could run one of those for you. Would that be better? I hate for my subscribers to feel like they're missing out. Hey, Colonel Crabcake, thanks for $4.20. Have a fun new Pay What You Want album on Bandcamp on me. Hell yeah, Colonel. What are my official product endorsements? I started today's stream drinking straight from the jug, this Fairlife milk jug. I've heard it described as Franken-milk before. It's got 50% less sugar than regular milk. Has 50% more protein. If you're looking for a protein in your milk, a little bit more of that. No artificial growth hormones. It also doesn't have lactose in it, but it still tastes good, unlike every other lactose-free milk I've had. But yeah, I'm terrified of becoming lactose intolerant and not being able to have like cheese and and that and such and the like. Food is green, thanks to 8 months. Franken-milk, yeah. Trying to mail gin to Caleb was a hassle. Yeah, right, Flaxabitten. Trying to mail booze in general in the mail is kind of rough. I've had a few people give up and just send me money. Do we play the Zatarka? We could play it off like a single mountain. I think I still cut it. Maybe board it in if it's like really good. Yeah, I think that stuff tastes like Shift Happy Madison. It's Fairlife. It's Fairlife stuff. Am I lacking something for my paper cube? No, it's all pretty much good. The one proxy that's in there that I don't like is Wheel of Fortune. I don't like my Wheel of Fortune proxy, but it's really not a what's the word? Not a big deal. I'll get replaced at some point with some other proxy. But other than that, you know, I like it. I like where the cube's at. Appreciate the sentiment. How did I do in the Super Modern League? I'm in the winner's bracket now. I think not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday after. My winner's bracket will be playing off. We'll see if I'm going directly into the top 8, or if I'll have a playoff with the winners of the losers bracket. If I lose in the winners bracket, I just need to win. I just need to win 2 rounds. We'll see. Did I kill Canister? No, I never faced Canister. I lost a round to Jess, and I beat Doomwake twice, which I was pretty happy about. The day before our run, I registered Yogg, right? And the day before we were going to play, I checked out Doom's stream, and he was just, like, stomping some poor Yogg player and talking about how good the matchup was for him. I'm just like, yeah. Well, it's all I had prepared, so I'm just going to jam it anyway. He was playing Mono Black Coffers. Should I cut Steve? Let's cut Steve. I'm not sure about this Mirror Entity. It might be better than Anthem, though. Glorious Anthem. No. Bella, chow, chow, chow. Is that enough green mana? 9 green mana? Is that enough for Overrun? Go up to 10, down to 11 white. I was going to say this is probably fine. Be nice to play in more than one, though. Going through the trouble of putting a deck together, you know? I think I'm supposed to lead on Farmland, huh? So I can play Preserver on 2. Unless they put on leads on Lackey or something. If I drew another, it comes into play tap green source, like a forest that would lead on planes here. Oh my god. Now we have a decision point. Do we try and eat it? Do we try and eat the Lackey? Or do we just swords it, huh? Am I getting debated? Yes, we got the block in. That fucking ruled, huh? Hey, Lucky Strike thinks the $4.20. I'll go ahead and bottom both of these. Maybe not. Could flicker with Goblin Token and grow the Wildborn. I think I just want to do this. And then Anthem next turn. So many triggers. We got a song request here from Lucky Strike, who says multi-classing Druid Bard. That's pretty good. Should I serve it all in? This song speaks to me. Appropriate song with all the bird tokens. Yeah, right? Okay. Flicker Wisping a Goblin token and running out Giant Killer is very similar to Martial Cooing for 3 here. I think I might be dead. Blinking Charming Prince to gain 3 life. Maybe that's better. The deck seems busted. Of course it does. They got on tap with Kiki Jiki. All the Goblin decks look the same. They're all playing the same cards. They are very good. They are one of the better decks in the cube for sure. Oh, non-human. I should have paid for that then. Well, hopefully it doesn't matter here. Xaxes. Sure. I think no changes here. Steve Briarhorn might be okay. I liked Anthem. I liked Battle Screech. Baneslayer looks dope. I can't be right, Hey, Bill, thanks for the 62 months. And the very clever comment there. They could have copied the Lord. Yeah, but the fact that they didn't means that maybe they missed it, Hard to know when we're talking about coulda, shoulda stuff. So I guess I'm supposed to preserve her into voice, if nothing else, if I draw a land. So I can like make the preserver a 3/3. And if I don't, I'll just have annoying triggers to deal with. That's pretty good too. File Smasher too strong. Not gonna play with that card. Muxus A. So currently they only have 4 mana for the Muxus. Next turn they're going to have 5 mana. I want to play Baneslayer then, because I want to make them spend their mana then. Answering it. Yeah, I thought about making it a 4-3, so it wouldn't be weak to Tarfire or Incinerator. Be an interesting trade. I don't think that's true, Ride or Die. I think Goblins and Ninjas have about the same win rate. Ninjas are less intuitive, though, so it's less, like, obviously good than what Goblins are doing. Wasteland Limb, you want to Flicker Wisp this smashing? I think I'm good with this. The Wrath effects help. Yeah. I feel like Control actually got nerfed this cube iteration. Hand's so much better with a green source. We are on the draw. We do have a cantrip here. Sounds cozy to me, Postman. Oh, let's get my scry on. I wasn't sure about that Steve. I don't think it's what I want, though. I think I want to just, like, naturally hit the land. Postman with the 2-month sub, saying Cozy Prime. The coziest. Yeah, some days when Twitch is functioning properly, I'll get these helpful reminders when fucking ad breaks are coming, so I can put them off until sideboarding. And sometimes it just doesn't fucking work at all. Those days are more frustrating. Let me try reloading it. Shit. So right now I'm worried about Kiki Jiki coming down and copying this red cap. If I swing in here, they block and then kill Lotus Cobra. Is that okay? It's not great. Not bad. That's why they didn't mind killing the boys, huh? Attack was interesting. I feel like it made their board a lot less scary. Yeah, I don't think so, Sabertooth. Kind of feels like I need to use my mana. I feel like their cards get worse when they have less of them. I wonder what their hand looks like. I wonder if they're holding on to Patriarch's Bidding or something. That's why they're excited to trade off. Sure. Not a bad rip there. You can run out the Angel of Invention and get a juicy attack in, but then they can, like, on board sack 2 goblins to clear it. Alright, Muxus, what you got for me? A single Beetleback Chief. Well, that also seems beatable. Beatable. I win! I'm the winner! Well, this opener seems good, huh? Seems decent. Hey, Bard Sword 9, thanks to the sub, thanks to 10 months. I need to get some water soon. Maybe I'll take a break during this sideboarding. Go refresh my water, maybe grab another sody pop. Could be good. Fleet on Preserver. Season doesn't pump it anyway. It says non-human. Sure. It's weird, but I'm going to Garrick make a token here. The Garrick's going to make a token every turn for free, and the Crystal Shard answer costs some mana. So even though being able to Crystal Shard a token is good, it's not like I'm actually losing value here. We can pay 1 later on future turns, yeah. But the value calculation has to do with this turn. Not even bouncing the wolf token. Interesting. I think Garrick just has to cash in for that. They're saving it? Ooh. So, like, my Garrick is not dying. They're just trading this for, like, a single Garrick activation. Also, is Overrun just lethal now? It's like 5 times 3, right? Or 16... minus the 1. Get old Xaxes here. Crystal Shard is so obnoxious that I want to like bring in Song of the Dryads to answer it. Might not be the matchup for Baneslayer. Liquid break? Yeah. I'll get there. After this match. A few minutes. I can take a 3-minute break, stretch my legs. Won't have to worry about ads for another hour. That'll be nice. That'll work out. This hand needs some land drops, but we're on the draw. We got a cantrip. All that biz. They do that anyways during our turn. They don't, though, Pingo. We can pay a mana on our turn. Crystal Shard doesn't say, like, automatically bounce the permanent. Not how that card works. Hey. Might have to chill on this giant killer as an answer to a flipped horror. We'll see. We didn't even know we were gonna like have overrun as an option, Pingo. The comments here are nonsense right now. This restoration's so good. Nice passing. Feels terrible. Well, I guess I'll try and resolve this. We have a bunch of token producers that are like not that good to get countered by a thing in the ice. Sailor drawing a card was like better for us there than a resto or something, huh? We only had 4 mana, Pingo. Guess I'm doing this. They still haven't pulled any counters off thing in the ice. Yeah, what if beating dead horses is our favorite hobby? Just beating the tar out of it. Some good Union horse beaters. Swords trading with the Garrick activation is pretty good for us, though we are losing some tokens to protect the Garrick here. I think we let Garrick drop to 1 and just jump the 3x, and then we can have 3 birds to block the flyer next turn. Does this Cobra matter? I feel like it might not. I don't think the extra life from Brushland matters either, though. And the Cobra could help me play an Angel of Serenity, maybe. I guess not really. Which Planeswalker would be best at table tennis? Are there any, like, Octopus Planeswalkers? Vraska? Yeah, those can't hold a paddle, though, Teferi can stop time. Well, then nobody gets to score a point. That sounds like a draw to me. Who's gonna argue with the fucking dragon? Well, the Gatewatch would, right? Garrett can chop his opponent's head. I don't think that's a legal play in paddleball. Where are you all learning how to play this game? Rules are rules. Rules are made to be broken. No, they're not. They're made for that other thing. They're made so people follow the rules, and then you can play the game. That's the whole point. Own? This is fucked up. Gleam in the cube. That's not fun magic. I'm having fun. I'm gonna play this card. I win! I win the match! Alright, I gotta go get some water for realsies now. The hard stuff. This ain't could pan out pretty well, huh? Bunny corn and angel things. Ooh. One consistency in this cube is the Garrick Relentless. Fucking rocks. 3-0, let's go. Yeah. Probably a better turn 2 play than Bunny, huh? Fucking love this rabbit, though. I feel like my rabbit doesn't get enough compliments. No one's like, yo, Caleb, that card's fire. Caleb, your buns are hot. That's alright, though. I know y'all are thinking it. Love my buns? Good, good. Me too. I was hoping to kill that Blade Splicer and make their golem less annoying, but I think I just gotta do this here. The next turn I can Mirror Angel plus the land drop. My hair is tender and tasty. Yeah. Thanks for chiming in. Yeah, this is kind of what I was worried about with their Blade Splicer, Yeah, so eating one with a bunny here, like, they just play a removal spell on one of my other creatures, and then my bun, I lose my bun too. Sure. Feel like making another 3/3 is better than that, but what do I know? Serving the rabbit here is actually fine. Maybe even correct. Well, shit. I feel good about leaving it back. Oh, not bad. Interesting. Flip this here landing here. The upkeep tithe for thinning. Nice. Yarp. Now we get that reclamation dealt with. Yeah, I wonder what they're splashing red for, huh? Interesting little game. Yeah, we could have pulled the trigger on Martial Coup the turn earlier. But the way it played out, hopefully you see why I did it this way. A little bit more value out of the opponent first. Helix? Yeah, I could see a Helix. Just thinking about my sideboard options. Baneslayer looked good against them from what we saw. So did Mirror Entity. Just make those 3/3s look silly. Didn't see a target for Giant Killer, did we? Doesn't mean they don't have any. Yeah, fuck it. It's good. It's a good deck. They got me this far. Have I run across many bots playing Magic the Gathering? No, friend. I think I might have played against like 1 or 2 bots lifetime with people trying to like train neural networks to play Magic. And they played real terribly. It's expensive, right? It's expensive to join leagues with bots. Not a common thing at all. Oh, they're out this weekend because of the free M30 token. Weird. I hate playing this without a land drop. If I could answer their Mirror Angel this turn, I'd do that instead. Yeah, dicks. Oh, that's helpful. Oh yeah, you have to type in a code. Does anyone know the code for the M30 token? I don't think I used mine either. Magic 30 Cube. Pretty fucked here. Person's sick. Ah, this song's such a mood. Yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to do that Eternal Dragon. I feel like there's games where I beat this dragon, though, and I don't think there's many games that I beat this thing flipped. It's cute to rebuy the dragon with it. Like, I could still rip Martial Coup here, right? And maybe be fine. I didn't, though. Oh, this fucking thing. I think this is a better answer to that dragon than Giant Killer. Congrats on the win, Snap. I don't think I go down to 5. I'm not, like, stoked about this with no green sources or anything. But I don't think I go to 5. Those horns, though. Those horns. Yeah, I don't know the Birdhawk. The data collection. I want to get the landing down and then blink it with Flicker Wisp. I should probably just play the damn Flicker Wisp palm. Keep on applying pressure here. Worried about an instant speed blink on that Mangara. So I can reuse it. We'll see. We'll see what they do. Like a Resto Blink would be brutal. Caracas Bounce was the old combo. Early days of Death and Taxes and Legacy. That was when I played Death and Taxes. That was like one of my first Legacy decks. Caracas is not in this cube, no. Letting me flip the landing. I'm into it. Looks like they're gonna sack it at the voice. It's fine. Yep. Yarp. Do 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 do. Yep. So if they kill the angel, I get my Flicker Wisp back and they get their Mirror Angel back. But they already have their Mirror Angel, so it'll be value for me either way. And meanwhile, we have a fucking 5/6, so that's good. Definitely a few blocks there that punish me. Block with the angel, they play the reanimation effect that gets back FTK. Am I just supposed to play Flicker Wisp? I feel like no. Because they just got back their angel that spits out angels. So then Flicker Wisp would just be like trading with a 1/1. Like, why not have Flicker Wisp eat a 1/1, right? If that's the sitch. I like how me and the opponent both have sweepers post board. The buns. Ooh. They do have a bunny. And 2 cards in hand. So close to being a good overrun. I mean, they'll either lose the bunny or the Mirror Angel, but we won't kill them. I think we give it another turn. Well, that's bad for me. Very frustrating. Because I had to block this. Because they're representing 14 exactly here. Would have been much better the turn previous, killing the bunny and the Mirror Angel. I was hoping to have lethal, though. Just had to fade, you know, Angel Invention kind of specifically. Annoying. Martial Coup, yeah, that'd be good. I guess I'm supposed to activate and make them activate Shard now. And they won't be activating on my end of turn. And punished for holding in planes. Holding lands in case I draw on a Mirror Angels, like, not even bad either. It's just awkward that I still got punished for it. Get my scry on here. So we're taking 4 in the air this turn. Let's keep Angel of Invention, but not Blade Splicer. Can play it as like a 4-3 and offer to trade with Ameria. Can I like 4? Maybe I should make servos. Yeah, I thought they might do that. It does keep them from like double bouncing on mine to prevent me from activating a Danto here. I am Cheeseburger, thank you. How bad is putting little servos in front here? What if we just eat this? Go to 3. 3's not very many lives. One's got 2 in hand. We haven't seen Lightning Helix this game. If they had Lightning Helix... Triple block. If you triple block, it's like really bad if they Helix Angel, right? You lose your whole board. So I don't recommend that. If I chump, then what's to stop them from just like bouncing the bunny and replaying it? So I don't like chumping. I think it's either like double block or like take it and try and fade Helix. Helix Angel is swing at the Maria. Would that be any good? That would give me like 2 turns, right? Or if I just like take a random bunny hit, the game's over. Or like Helix gets to blow out like multi-blocks here. Might be way better than serving with a Miriam. Oh, they went to 1 casting that. All those fucking lands I had to play out. Oh shit, what up? Hey, TSMDG, thanks to the sub, thanks for 41 months. They did have something? They did, yeah. My danger sense was going off. Shit. So that's gonna reanimate FTK, and that's gonna kill my Mirror Angel here. Time is running out for me to hit Martial Coup, Let's still be good here, though. Well, maybe this is good. If I'm the opponent, I'm targeting one of my creatures there, making me pay, and then I won't be able to make a Danto without them being able to bounce Baneslayer. Maybe they'll draw into something sweet, though. Maybe their line will be great. They do have a better idea what's in their deck than I do. The mana to FTK twice. Oh yeah, they bounced Flame Tongue there. Play it, bounce it, play it again. I think so. I played Magic the Gathering. That's why I was saying. I would have done the other thing. Correct, Big Bonk. We have 2 flyers, so we can't kill them in the air. With just the Banishing Light. Alright. Am I supposed to serve now? I have 3 blockers. I go up to 9. 9 life. Kind of feels like I don't attack. Kind of feels worse. That wouldn't have mattered, Tortuga. If they bounce whatever the Baneslayer blocks and serves all in. Getting 2 wouldn't have mattered, I would still been dead. Very easily. Especially if they made me pay twice. Or I guess they don't make me pay twice. They At least serve into, like, repping it twice. What's our out? We've got a bunch of fucking outs in this deck. What are you talking about? You can look at the deck list yourself. I'm not going to go through and list it all. Anything that makes, like, multiple bodies is great. Marshall Q's amazing. We don't have to think about outs right now. We have to think about what the right play is this turn, which is, like, do we attack or not? I think we don't attack. Get a bird token. Go to 9. I mean, opponent has Lightning Helix in their deck, and they've gone through 3/4 of their deck, folks, and they're drawing 2 this turn. Everyone's like, oh, they just won't have anything. Just play like they never have it. Yeah, I could do that. What are the odds that they play anything at all? After seeing 10 more cards than you. Don't seem to have it. What do you think it is in this case, Bushi? Maybe Bushi. Helix would still kill me, depending on how I blocked. They clearly have something to think about. There's a lot of tension here, Josh. You're not wrong. Game 3 of the finals. So if Baneslayer blocks a Mirai Angel, and they kill their Mirai Angel, then the golems would kill me unless I put something in front of the golems. But I can put something in front of the golem. Do you like that? Looks like they got a card. White Mane Lion, sure. So a removal spell for me would let the Baneslayer Angel clear here. I don't have a lot of removal in here, though. I might have already burned it all. The Banishing Light and the Flicker Wisp and all that. Let's see what we draw. Hit them right on time, yeah. Yeah, just dead, right? Gain 6, go to 7. Gain another 2 blocking the bunny. Go to 9. Yeah, just dead. GG's. Yeah, the turn they played their Angel that made servos. If they had played, like...